Okay, the next section we're going to read, let me bring it up here for you, is called Everglades, Wetlands in Florida. I don't know if anybody else has ever been to Florida. Do you remember what this is called? The map right here where the blue dot is. This is Florida. We're way over here in California. So, if you take a look at the photos, another nonfiction text feature gives you a little idea of what part of Florida could be like. It's very different than California, even though they have a lot of beaches as well. Take a look at the bolded print that you see. See if you know those words, if you can sound out those words. All right, let's begin. Wetland habitats have lots of water in them. Some of the water is fresh and some of the water is salty. The Everglades wetlands in Florida are often called the River of Grass. That's because so many grasses and other plants grow in the water there. Wetlands can form where land and water meet. Here's our subheading, tells more about our main heading here. Everglades, wetlands, plants. Sawgrass. Sawgrass is a tall, sharp grass that can grow in very wet places. Sawgrass covers miles and miles of the Everglades wetlands. Cattails. Do these look like cattails to you guys? Cattails are plants with long, thin leaves. They make brown, tube-shaped clumps of flowers. Their seeds are tiny and attached to the fluffy hairs. Why do you think their seeds might be attached to little fluffy hairs? What do you think might happen if it was really windy? What would happen to the seeds? Do you think the wind might carry them? Button bushes. These bushes grow in the Everglades and other wetlands. They are related to the plants people use to make coffee. Ooh, this one's my favorite then. Deer eat the leaves of the buttonbush. The birds eat the fruit. Mangroves. Mangroves are trees that grow in places where land and water meet. They have long roots that hold their trunks and branches out of the salty water. The seeds of a mangrove grow in pods that can float. Take a look at that. Look at those seeds. If you've been using National Geographic, you've probably read a big book about the mangrove trees. It's pretty interesting. Gumbo limbo trees. Many fruit trees grow along coastal parts of the Everglades. The gumbo limbo tree can grow very tall. It has red bark that peels and looks shaggy. Many kinds of birds feed on the small reddish-green fruits. Each fruit has one seed. Sometimes the fruits crack open on their own. Everglades wetland animals. West Indian manatees. West Indian manatees live in shallow water in the Everglades and mostly eat seagrass and other plants that grow in the water. Manatees are often called sea cows. They are about the size of cows. Sometimes West Indian manatees are hurt by boats. You can see here they kind of float close to the top and the water is not very deep. So you can imagine if a boat came by that they could get injured. We used to have manatees at SeaWorld in the sea turtle area, but they got moved to Florida to be closer to their wetland home. Southern leopard frogs. Southern leopard frogs live in shallow freshwater areas such as lakes and streams. They eat earthworms, spiders, and insects. Larger frogs, fish, and snakes sometimes eat southern leopard frogs. Vireos. Many birds live in the Everglades, including vireos. These small green birds eat fruit and insects. Red-eyed and white-eyed vireos eat the fruit of the gumbo limbo tree. Ooh, look at their pretty coloring. You see their stripes right here? It's a pretty bird. Alligators. Alligators live in freshwater areas of the Everglades. They eat the other animals including birds, fish, turtles, and raccoons. Nice job listening today. Next time we get on, we're going to listen to the Serengeti Plains in Tanzania. I can't wait to read it.